We are Mesh Planning, the experience agency. We believe that your brand is made up of every experience that people have with you. We are passionate about capturing these experiences and then working with you to help you make smarter decisions about your marketing spend. We believe that capturing experiences in real time is the only way to accurately measure the impact they have on your brand. Mesh's real-time experience tracking provides you with faster and smarter data to inform your brand strategies.
Hello, I'm Fiona Blades from Mesh Experience, and I founded the agency 10 years ago in order to help marketers make quicker and better decisions about their marketing investment. And today I'm here to talk to you about work we've been doing with Delta Airlines. And in particular, this is the question that we get asked. Do you know the best metric to measure your company's marketing performance? And this is something that not only have I been asked by Delta Airlines, but also by financial services clients, by packaged goods clients, by beverages, by electronics. So it's a big issue today. And of course, we've got loads and loads of data. We've got far too much data, if anything, with many different metrics like share of voice, likes, GRPs. But what we're missing is a human-centered data source, one where we can really understand how people are experiencing our brands today. Now, the typical metric that most clients use is brand consideration, but this has got lots of problems associated with it. For example, it can change for many reasons. So whether that's a customer experience that somebody's been having. In this instance, they've been using their online banking app, which has worked very well for them. Or whether it's negative PR, so something that they've heard in the news. Or whether it's a competitor ad. All of these things can impact brand consideration, but they're not within the control of the marketing team. And that's why we need a different score, something that is just for the marketing team. This is another issue that we've got here. And this image was actually chosen by T-Mobile client that we have because this is what he said it was like every single month. They wasted time and energy debating why the brand consideration score had gone up or down. And the other thing is that the brand consideration score is a lagged metric. And this means that we don't see immediately, even when marketing activity actually is impacting on it. But what Mesh was able to do was to help that client to say, don't worry, the actual brand consideration score will go up next month because we can see the experiences this month. So what was the brief? Well, we all know the issue about half our money being wasted with advertising, but we need to know which half it is. So our brief was to come up with a one-number score. And we needed to make sure that this accurately isolated the impact of marketing, that it allowed us to diagnose exactly what it was that was working and wasn't working so we could optimize the spend. To make sure that this information was timely and we could get it straight away, we need to make sure that it also has a relationship with, very importantly, sales, so that we know that it's going to help us. And we wanted it for competitors as well as for Delta Airlines. So what was our strategy? Well, our secret sauce was unique data, and we're going to come on to that in a moment. We could isolate the marketing experiences, so that was the next thing. We needed metrics we could use that we'd actually looked at and meant something. And all of that wasn't going to be important unless stakeholders bought in. So, first of all, let's have a look at the unique data set.
We choose participants who will be our eyes and ears in your category for around a week. This is David. David starts with an online survey, which captures all of yours and your competitors' brand metrics and image statements. Using his mobile, David will tell us whenever he sees, hears or experiences anything to do with your brand and its nearest competitors. He'll share where he experienced the brand, how positive he found the experience, and the impact it might have had on his brand preference. David will share every experience he has over the next 7 days, adding more in-depth information about his experiences in the online diary. A second online survey captures changes in brand metrics and image statements, revealing how these experiences have impacted on his brand beliefs.
Okay, so we saw David there. But actually, what we found is that Harvard Business Review have also thought that this is a new tool that radically improves marketing research. So we've had endorsement from HBR as well. And what this enables us to do is to see every experience that somebody has with the brand. And here we can see everything from TV, airport experiences, conversation experiences, all the different experiences that people are having with Delta Airlines. And from that, we can isolate which of those experiences are actually marketing ones. And here we can take out the TV experiences that relate to advertising and sponsorship, but not those that relate to news. Now, our metrics that we've looked at over the last 10 years do actually mean something. We've got a whole set of metrics where we can see the reach of people's experiences and the quality of those experiences. And we know that share of experience has a better correlation with market share than share of voice. So this is something we've looked at over the years. Now, how did we engage our stakeholders? Well, we decided to start small and then move out. So here we've got the core Delta team and the Mesh team working together to develop what we think is the brief. We then go to our statisticians and they did all the analysis to come up with the score. After that, we went to the marketing team to make sure that they really bought into this and therefore would speak to the agency partners so that we knew that the wider stakeholder group would also embrace this. And finally, we went to the C-suite because, of course, it needed to work very much for them. Now, in terms of innovation and creativity, this has actually happened over the 10 years that we've been set up as an agency. So it's bringing the unique data together with Cranfield School of Management, where we've been able to work with them to develop our analytics and data capabilities, and then with clients and the needs that they have. So all of that has come together in order to create the Marketing Impact Score. But what actually is it that the statisticians put together? Well, they took those marketing experiences, they had a look at these metrics that matter. In particular, they found reach, so the quantity of experiences, and positivity and persuasiveness, the quality of experiences, were the two things that were really making the most impact when it came to sales. So that was what they were pulling together. So how have we implemented this? Well, first of all, we needed to validate what was happening. Then we needed to cascade the communications. We got the CMO's approval, very importantly, and we integrated into market mix modelling. So in terms of validation, we took 2 years of data and we were able to have a look over that period of time how the Marketing Impact Score related to sales and marketing spend and other important metrics. We also had a lot of face-to-face meetings with the different teams to make sure that they really bought in, and that included getting the CMO's approval. Perhaps the most important piece of communication is the scorecard, and we've really developed that so that people can see the impact score and then all the elements that are adding up to why the impact score is as it is that particular month. The other thing that we did was we integrated into market mix modelling. So this was fed into the market mix model. And then what was very exciting was that the marketing team thought the market mix modelling was so great that they wanted to do it again. But we said, don't worry, you don't need to, because we can now use the marketing impact score in order to actually have a look at how your marketing strategy is evolving and changing. So we've moved from brand consideration to the marketing impact score. This is now the single score that Delta uses. And this is reducing the meetings and the length of time of those meetings because there's less wasted discussion. It's also improving the confidence levels in terms of decision making. And from a Mesh perspective, this is just the start of our journey. So we're working with Cranfield School of Management on the Experience Impact Score, which is for the CEO. And this takes all the experiences that people are having with their brand. And then what we can do is that the CEO can then look at dividing this into different scores for the different teams. So the marketing team gets the marketing impact score, but the customer experience team has the customer experience touch points, which are then pulled out so that they can have a score as well. So in terms of impact, what this has had for Delta Airlines is it's united their marketing team with their agencies because they are all looking at one score. And there's a goal to increase the effectiveness of marketing communications by 11% this year. And finally, Mesh was extremely honoured to be given the Star Award for the Woman-Owned Business of the Year by Delta Airlines. Thank you to Delta Airlines for working with us to come up with the Marketing Impact Score. And we see this as one small metric for brand, but one giant leap for Brandkind.